the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad from the American, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Red Raiders about to kick it away and get this season started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jamison. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down, looking for more. Breaks into the open. The 40, past the 30, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Midshipmen. Once he got some room, it was over. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Shotgun snap on third down. He's going for the big play. Makes a grab for a big play. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, a play like that's going to force the defense to second-guess whether they want to play man-to-man coverage against guys with speed like that. One-on-one to the perimeter, you run the go route, quarterback puts a ton of air under it, and they come up with a huge play.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down.
The sneak scores it.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Hands it off. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air. It's Fareed. Under fire. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it's caught inside the 25. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running thing doesn't seem to be working. It looks like they're going to have to throw it. But as we know, David, these windows down here, man, they are tight.
Super tight. I think you still got the QB that you can move. You can change the launch point. Try to do something to get guys moving one way. Take advantage going the other direction.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Gets rid of it. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. And to open the 2nd quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And here comes the Navy offense. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the 2nd one, and now to try to get things back on track. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. He's got 93 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Looking downfield, it's Farine. Gets it to the back. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes the option. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive.
Oh, he found a space on the right. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. The give to the back. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And that last run was just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Navy!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida State was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Tallahassee over the years. A win, yes, but but this one lacked style points. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's got the back in the middle. Made a defender miss. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Finds his man open. Bounced off his feet.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Williams. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Red Raiders had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these third downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the first down.
Back has it. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The Red Raiders looking to convert on fourth down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks it into the end zone.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here he comes out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Fareed. Oh, they're after him. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Looking downfield, it's Fareed. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Navy will kick it deep to get the 2nd half underway. And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then they're...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his big tight end. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Love the coverage, not giving up an inch defensively there. 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
He'll return. And now the ball is not free. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Jamison. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Navy will go back on the attack. The give from the gun. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. This offense had to feel they were in the weeds a little bit, but they stayed in the fight, and now you get a break, and you feel better about everything.
And isn't it crazy? Sometimes those little breaks you get just create the momentum you need to get back in the football game. It takes a little bit of luck. Got a good break there.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Fareen. Rushes on him. Starting to feel a little pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting it.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Makes a move. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try the right side. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw on first down. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arizona looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, it's been one hot hole after another. They're trailing by 14 to Alabama. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to pass, it's Fareed. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to sling it on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Marco. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now improvising. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. Power football with the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Dances away to buy time. Puts it out in the flat. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce.
29 Philly.
Dropping back, it's Fareed. Here comes the heat. He's in there from the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Looking for a huge play. It's caught. Wide open spaces. At the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Trying to punch it in. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jamison. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Back to pass, it's Fareed. He's going to run it. Looking left. Pulls it in. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Bring in the heat. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. They'll run play action. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
There he goes. Powers through. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. A huge stir down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. They'll try to get the first through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pressure coming. A strike downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Fareed. Quarterback moving. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now.
He's taking the shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes.